Hi everybody, and welcome back to Kevin's Upfront Opinion today. So, today what I thought I'd speak about is what I think is going to happen politically over the next year. Okay, because I've seen so many commentators from the Daily Tea or at the Daily Telegraph, and I love watching the Daily Tea. It's one of my favourite ones to watch. To Dan Wootton, to Piers Morgan, all pretty much giving predictions of what's going to happen over the next year. Now, if I'm brutally honest, I'm going to disagree with basically all of them because they're all predicting what everybody's hoping that Keir Starmer will be gone within the next 12 months. Okay. And the reason that they're predicting that is Angela Rayner is on the backbenches. Then you got that woman that replaced her, who hates his guts, is trying to find somebody to replace him, like that idiot Andy Burnham up in the northwest, which isn't going to happen. Okay, and then come the local elections, if they happen, and that is a big if at the moment. Okay, that Labour will get decimated. Okay, and this is my personal opinion on it. I don't think, and I could quite easily be proven wrong, but it's going to be as bad as people think it's going to be for Labour. Now, I don't dispute Labour are doing badly in the polls. But the one thing that I've learned over 40 years, that when it comes to election time, people are tribal. They very rarely change. Are people going to buy into and just vote on one issue of immigration? And I don't dispute it's the biggest talking point. You know, immigration this year is well over 40,000. You know, if I went and checked to see what immigration is been, as when I say immigration, I mean illegal immigration coming into the UK for December, you know, and I'm just having a look, see if I can quickly get it. Okay, I'm probably going to be horrified. I'm probably not going to want to know what the actual figure is. Okay, because last time I checked, you know, it was absolutely ridiculous, you know. So the reality is, whether we like it or not, Keir Starmer will be still Prime Minister come Christmas next year. Okay, I have no doubt about it. Okay, I believe they will lose constituencies in the local elections. I believe that Reform will probably win and pick up the most amount of seats and everything. But I don't believe it's going to be as bad and as much of a trouncing as people are making it out to be. I just find that hard to believe because, like I've always said, people are tribal. They go with what they know. You know, when it comes, it's no different to when it comes to election time. You know, when it comes to a general election, you know, where comes in first? It's normally around Sunderland, Newcastle. Then normally the first seats to be declared. Is anybody going to tell me that they're going to go Reform? They're not. They're just not going to. You can basically predict they're going to stay Labour at the end of the day, even for a local election. And I'm sorry to say that. You know, that's reality at the end of the day. Okay, and no different to, I personally believe, illegal migration will still carry on being at ridiculous numbers, and this one in, one out thing, you know, people are going to stop talking about it because it's just not going to happen. You know, it's not happened. So I believe that the numbers will continue to be up towards the 40,000 figure, if not exceeding it again next year. You know, whether I like it or not. And on this channel, I don't really talk about illegal migration, because I talk about it on Borderlines, and it really irritates me. So if you want to ever listen to anything I have to say about any forms of migration, go to Borderlines Global. You'll see all the videos there. Now, when it comes to the leaders, I don't think Nigel Farage will go much further ahead in the polls. I think there's an argument that maybe the Greens and the Conservatives will start pegging them back, because my view has always been that Nigel Farage is just a one-trick pony. The only thing he can really talk about is migration. He's got nothing else. Doesn't really come out with anything else. Doesn't come out with any real answers to the problems of the day. You know, when it comes to taxation, or when it comes to people being short of cash and everything. Okay, he doesn't come up with any real answers. His only answer is, oh, let's get closer ties to America. Okay, let's come out of the ECHR, because that's going to resolve our problems with illegal migration. It's not. Okay, let's go and put the Royal Navy in the middle of the English Channel. That's not going to resolve anything. You know, from my point of view, that's the way I see it. So I don't think he's going to go any further ahead. I do think he'll probably snatch some more people from the Conservatives. And I think that's probably what's going to happen over the next year. And I think probably Labour will start becoming even more hated than they are. We'll probably have another bad budget thanks to our wonderful first ever female Chancellor. You know, I do feel a bit sorry for her, and I know people aren't going to like me saying that, but I do feel a bit sorry for her, because her hands are tied. Because you've got a extremely left-wing Labour Party, and she ain't going to be stupid. She knows this ain't doing the country any good. Anybody knows that. But if you've got an extremely left-wing Labour Party, she ain't got any choice. You know, she's going to be wanting to keep her nice cushy job with a nice cushy salary, which is going to come with a nice cushy pension when they potentially will get voted out in 2029. Because I do not believe that there'll be an election anytime soon. I know that Nigel Farage is predicted, I think he predicted in 2027. I don't think it'll happen. I really don't. I think we're looking at 2029 when it's due. You may get it in 2028, but with how badly Labour are doing, unless something catastrophic happens, say for instance, the Labour absolutely gets trounced and I'm proven wrong. It does happen sometimes, I openly admit. I won't admit to my wife, but I admit on here that I am proven wrong sometimes. And they get absolutely trounced. And then somebody like an Angela Rayner, which God help us, started pushing. And she got enough people to back her to be able to challenge Keir Starmer. Then maybe it could happen. But like prime ministers before, when there's been a change, you know, Tony Blair to Gordon Brown, was there a general election called because there was a change in prime minister? No, there wasn't. So I don't think there'll be a general election called anytime soon, not for at least the next 3 years, to be honest. I don't think there's going to be any resolution when it comes, and this is something I could be proven wrong on, when it comes to Ukraine. I think that's going to just carry on ticking over and give me the one thing that that wonderful president in America promised that he was going to resolve, and he's not going to be able to resolve it, because I would say Putin has too much to lose if he folds, unless Zelensky gives up a lot, which I don't believe he has any reason to. I don't think that war's going to end anytime soon. And then my other worry, and this is a personal worry, is things could end up kicking off in Israel and Palestine again. I've got nothing to believe that it will, but going via the history books, I have a concern that things could end up kicking off in the in Israel, between Israel and Palestine again. And I think things in the UK, other than that, are going to get worse. So let us know in the comments down below what you think. If you think I'm wrong about anything, just say so. I won't be offended or anything. I have fairly thick skin. It takes a lot to irritate me too much. So let us know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, please do give us a like and share. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe as well. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you again a bit later.